Archaeology is a well-loved subject on our channel. You enjoy learning about it, and we enjoy discussing it. Luckily, since it's a fast-evolving field of science, there's always something fresh to dive into. Archaeologists have found some amazing findings in recent times, and we've been sorting through the finest ones to bring you the most remarkable stories. Here they are now, all together in this video. Number 15. Hill of Ward. The modern celebration of Halloween is often linked with American tradition, but its roots stretch back much farther. For years, pinpointing the exact site of the first Halloween celebration seemed impossible, until archaeologists back in 2014 proposed the Hill of Ward in County Meath, Ireland, as the most likely candidate. This site is also known as Tlachtga. Evidence suggests the earliest All Hallows' Eve bonfire and feast occurred here during the early 6th century. The location aligns with writings by 17th century historian Geoffrey Keating, who described a Samhain fire ceremony held atop a hill in Meath during his time. Excavations show repeated layers of fire remnants, one atop another, indicating centuries of ritual activity. Samhain, the original name of the event, was later adapted into All Souls' Day by Christians, much like Saturnalia evolved into Christmas. Though older sites may still exist, current findings support Tlachtga as Halloween's birthplace, where ritual flames first signaled the start of winter. Number 14. Mammoth hunting traps. Woolly mammoths were huge, formidable animals. For early humans, hunting them was deadly, but the rewards were worth it. A single mammoth could feed and clothe an entire group. In 2019, an extraordinary discovery in Tultepec offered a clear look at how ancient people tackled such a challenge. Archaeologists uncovered 2 mammoth traps still containing the remains of 14 individuals, likely killed roughly 15,000 years ago. Evidence suggests hunters worked cooperatively, driving the mammoths into the pits using flaming torches. Prior to this, experts believed prehistoric people could only take down a mammoth if it was injured or weakened. No one imagined this level of coordinated hunting was possible at the time. These traps challenge old assumptions and reveal that early humans were capable of complex planning and large-scale collaboration. When survival depended on it, when food, tools, and shelter were at stake, our ancestors proved they could outthink and outmaneuver even the most intimidating prey. Number 13. AlMagar horse carvings. Historians have long debated when horses were first domesticated. Most agreed it happened roughly 6,000 years ago in Kazakhstan, until a groundbreaking discovery in Saudi Arabia's AlMagar desert changed the conversation. In 2013, archaeologists uncovered more than 300 carved stones bearing images of animals, tools, and most notably, horses with visible bridles and reins. These carvings are estimated to be over 9,000 years old, pushing the domestication timeline back by 3,000 years. The identity of the civilization behind the artwork remains unknown, but the detail in the stonework shows clear familiarity with taming and riding horses. Alongside the equine depictions were flint tools, spearheads, and imagery of goats, ostriches, and sheep. Whoever these people were, they had developed advanced skills and left behind relics that speak to a complex society. While no statues of the artists themselves remain, their carved stones are some of the earliest evidence of humanity's deep bond with the horse. Number 12. Bahrain, Tree of Life. You don't expect to find a thriving tree in the center of a desert. That's why the people of Bahrain have long viewed this one as extraordinary. Known locally as Shajarat al-Hayat, or the Tree of Life, this mesquite tree has flourished in isolation for over 400 years. Standing nearly 32 feet tall in a sun-scorched wasteland, it continues to grow despite no visible source of water. Scientists have confirmed its growth year after year, baffled by how it survives. Mesquite trees are known for their deep root systems and water retention, but that doesn't explain this tree. There's no measurable groundwater nearby. Some theorize its roots reach an ancient hidden aquifer. Others believe the answer lies in atmospheric moisture. Science still hasn't settled the debate. In the meantime, religious leaders have proposed something else entirely, that the site is linked to Eden. Whether miraculous or misunderstood, the tree of life continues to grow against all logic. Number 11. Jebel Korma inscriptions. While China looks toward the future in its Mars simulations, Jordan's Black Desert pulls us into the distant past. In 2016, archaeologists began recording thousands of rock carvings and Safavidic inscriptions scattered across this inhospitable stretch of volcanic terrain. These markings, some nearly 2,000 years old, are believed to have been left by the Jebel Korma people, a little understood nomadic tribe. One chilling inscription reads, "I am searching for the Nabateans," referencing the ancient civilization that once ruled Petra. Whether it's a warning or a hunting message remains unknown. Alongside the writings are etched images of animals, like birds, lions, horses, and traces of long-lost vegetation preserved as charcoal embedded in the stone. These finds hint that this region was once greener and more fertile than it appears today. The rocks themselves may have once been shrouded in dense plant life. Though their messages are brief, the carvings offer a rare and silent record of life on the desert's edge. Number 10. Crucifixion in Britain. Crucifixion is most often linked with the ancient Romans, particularly the crucifixion of Jesus. But it's more difficult to picture such executions happening in the British Isles. That's why archaeologists were stunned in December 2021 when they uncovered the first direct physical proof of crucifixion in Britain. Discovered in Cambridgeshire during a housing development survey, the 1,900-year-old skeleton had a nail embedded in its heel. The remains belonged to a man between 25 and 35 years old, buried with his arms folded over his chest. Finds like this are extremely rare, as crucifixion victims typically weren't given proper burials. What makes this case even more exceptional is that Romans usually used ropes, not nails, making such evidence almost non-existent. In fact, this is the first recorded instance of crucifixion in Northern Europe, and only the fourth worldwide. During Roman occupation, crucifixion was typically reserved for slaves, rebels, or the lower class, suggesting this man belonged to one of those groups. Number 9. Ancient rock drill in Bersa. The capabilities of early builders are often underestimated, until a discovery like this surfaces. In May 2019, archaeologists found a 7,500-year-old stone drill in Turkey's Bersa province. The tool was inside a burial chamber, though it's unclear if it belonged to the deceased or was used in constructing the tomb itself. Human presence in the region dates back roughly 1,000 years before the drill's creation. Its pointed flint head closely resembles modern drill bits, indicating remarkable craftsmanship from the people of the Aktaprakluk mound settlement. Other artifacts in the tomb include delicately carved stone beads, likely produced using this very tool. Excavations at the site have been ongoing since 2004, and some of the discoveries are now housed in the Aktaprakluk Archaeopark and open-air museum. The drill has earned a permanent display of its own. Its precision and design serve as solid proof that ancient communities possessed not just survival skills, but technical understanding far ahead of their era. Number 8. Jericho Mosaic. The Palestinian city of Jericho holds the title of the world's oldest continuously inhabited place. It's a place full of historical intrigue, and it's also where you'll find one of the largest known floor mosaics. The mosaic lies within Hisham's palace and was reintroduced to the public in 2021 after extensive restoration. Spanning nearly 9,000 square feet and composed of over 5 million stone tiles, it resembles an enormous patterned carpet. It was originally constructed in the 8th century. The intricate images include lions attacking deer, a metaphor for war, and 2 gazelles symbolizing peace. All the stone used in the mosaic was locally sourced in Palestine. Hisham's palace itself remained forgotten until its rediscovery in the late 1800s. Yet it wasn't until the 1930s that excavations revealed the full scope of the mosaic. The restoration, reportedly funded by Japanese donors, cost around $12 million. Today, the artwork stands as a striking reminder of early Islamic artistry. Number 7. Suenos Stone. Our knowledge of the Picts, an ancient people who once lived in Scotland, is limited at best. They left no written records, and most of what we know comes from Roman accounts that portrayed them as primitive. But Suenos Stone tells a more nuanced story. Standing over 21 feet tall, it's the largest surviving Pictish cross slab in the country. Archaeologists estimate it was erected between 850 and 900 CE. However, the reasons behind its creation remain unclear. Faded images carved into one side may depict a royal coronation, though they're too eroded to confirm. On the opposite side, a battle scene is more visible, but no one knows if it illustrates a real conflict or a mythological one. Additional battle motifs across various panels hint at a memorial function. Whether commemorating war or leadership, it's a product of a complex society and skilled craftsmanship. Whatever its original meaning, Suenos Stone is a work of art. Number 6. Corsican Bronze Age village Corsica, a mountainous island known for its scenic coastal resorts, isn't often associated with Bronze Age civilization, but that could soon change. In October 2021, archaeologists working near the Risenese River in Sartène found a hillside Bronze Age settlement. The excavation is still in progress, but 3 homes have already been fully explored. Signs of heavy fortification surround the site. Researchers estimate the village is roughly 4,000 years old and may have contained around a dozen houses. Several families would have shared each dwelling. Despite its defensive structures, the community appears to have focused on agriculture. Evidence shows they cultivated cereals and maintained storage areas capable of preserving smoked meat for months. The village was protected by a combination of double wooden palisades, an earthen rampart, a surrounding ditch, and a dry stone wall filled with rubble. It's clear that these farmers went to great lengths to protect their food, their homes, and their livelihoods. Number 5. Salvation Mountain. In the mid-1970s, Leonard Knight felt lost and prayed for direction. He believed he received an answer. Build a monument to love and faith in the California desert. The result was Salvation Mountain, located in Nyland. Constructed using adobe, hay, scrap wood, and countless gallons of donated house paint, the mountain became Leonard's lifelong work. Without formal training, he created winding paths, painted scripture, and colorful domes, living inside a nearby truck without water or electricity for over 2 decades. At one point, authorities tried to dismantle the structure over concerns about toxic paint, but a local petition protected it. In 2002, Senator Barbara Boxer officially recognized Salvation Mountain as a national treasure in the congressional record. Though Leonard passed away in 2014, the monument endures, maintained by volunteers and visitors who still honor his vision. His mountain, bursting with color and purpose, rises from the barren sand as a lasting symbol of devotion and persistence. Number 4. Giant skeleton in Krabby Cave. This next find requires suspending belief, at least briefly. In 2020, a supposed giant human skeleton was reportedly unearthed in Thailand's Krabby Cave. For those convinced of its authenticity, it's proof of the ancient Naga legends, serpent-like beings mentioned in both Thai folklore and Hindu mythology. The skeleton is over 16 feet long and was found entwined with the remains of what appears to be an equally massive snake. The scene looks plausible enough, but it raises serious doubts. For starters, the skeleton is too immaculate. Complete skeletons from thousands of years ago are rare, especially ones that appear this intact and clean. Then there's the timing. Krabby Cave has been examined thoroughly over the years. It's difficult to believe archaeologists missed something this large, lying openly on the cave floor. Despite its cinematic appearance, the overwhelming consensus is that it's an elaborate fabrication. Number 3. Dinosaur tail in Mexico. Dinosaur fossils have been unearthed across the globe, but some countries have revealed fewer remains than others. Until recently, Mexico's record was relatively limited. That changed in 2013 with the discovery of a remarkably preserved 16-foot dinosaur tail in the desert near Coahuila. This fossil, estimated at 72 million years old, is the first complete tail of its kind ever found in Mexico and among the best preserved worldwide. Comprising 50 distinct vertebrae, the tail likely represented nearly half the dinosaur's body length. Experts identified it as belonging to a hadrosaur, a strange-looking herbivore recognized by its duckbill-shaped snout. Beyond its significance as a fossil, this discovery also offered rare insight into the health of dinosaurs. Part of the recovered hip bone revealed signs of an arthritis-like condition. As enormous and powerful as they were, dinosaurs evidently suffered from some of the same ailments that afflict humans in old age, revealing a shared vulnerability across deep time. Number 2. Rhythms of life. We've already seen one unconventional desert monument in California, thanks to Leonard Knight's Salvation Mountain. Now, another artistic landmark rises from the sand near Yucca Valley. Rhythms of Life, created in 2008 by renowned Australian sculptor Andrew Rogers. Known globally for his large-scale earthwork installations, Rogers built this piece as part of a larger series that spans continents. From the ground, it looks like a winding maze of rock formations, walls, arcs, and geometric patterns. But when viewed from above, the entire layout merges into a unified composition, resembling a musical symbol or harmonic wave. This California sculpture is just one of more than 50 Rhythms of Life works found across the world, all connected through Rogers' creative vision. Though separated by oceans and deserts, he sees them as parts of a single global installation. It's an abstract concept, sculptures spread across nations yet meant to be one. Still, it remains a stunning example of environmental art. Number 1. Ancient wooden toe. The wide variety of items unearthed in Egyptian tombs has taught archaeologists to always expect the unexpected. Yet even seasoned experts were caught off guard by the discovery of a wooden toe, still attached to a mummy's foot, in the hillside tombs of Sheikh Abd el-Qurna near Luxor. A detailed study of the ancient prosthetic, estimated to be roughly 3,000 years old, showed it had been reshaped and adjusted several times, likely to improve comfort for the woman who wore it. The craftsmanship is striking. Anatomically correct, it even includes an adjustable leather strap designed to secure it snugly to the foot. Unsurprisingly, it's now considered the oldest known prosthesis ever found. It stands as compelling proof that Egyptian doctors and artisans possessed an understanding of biomechanics far ahead of their time. This isn't just a relic, it's a clear sign of an advanced medical tradition that anticipated prosthetic design long before modern science emerged. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.